We didn't finish the weight loss pill thing. You mentioned the pretty extreme one. Is there something that people use? I mean, other than
something that like only causes anal leakage, for example.
Right.
We can put up with that.
Let's say that discipline wasn't an option, right? So then, what would you use instead?
Typically the progression of, let's just say, a bodybuilder peaking for a show, because that's like the perfect example of going from nothing to the most extreme of fat loss agents. So basically, you'd start with, you're just at ground zero, eating whatever you eat to maintain your body weight currently. And you're doing no cardio. Let's just hypothetically say you're going to the gym still, though. You're working out. So now, if you want to lose weight, you have to increase the amount of energy you're expending. So you can either decrease how much you're eating, do cardio,
All right,
or use.
We need another expert.
And that's 3.
So typically,
give me a magic solution that's easy and comfortable.
So typically, once people get to the point where they're implementing things for fat loss, the first one that I think is most effective, to be honest, is appetite suppressants. So even though they don't directly like rip fat off you, they actually let you adhere to the diet that would otherwise you would be cheating on, because it's hard as fuck to eat in such a steep deficit to get shredded. Like, the willpower to get shredded is way more important than whatever like 5% extra fat burn you get from whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? So appetite suppressants is typically the number one abused thing. So that's like Adderall, phentermine, things like heavy doses of caffeine, ephedrine, stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say Adderall. That was the number one, because not only is it an appetite suppressant, but it's also raising your heart rate, and it's a stimulant. You're gonna like if you're like, I don't need 9 hours of sleep today.
Yeah.
Eight was too much.
Yeah. And it gives you energy even when you would otherwise feel like low energy as hell, because you're deprived of calories, right? So that is like one of the most heavily abused things.
You know what also always gave me? Have you taken Adderall?
No, I haven't. I've taken everything but that, like Dexedrine, Ritalin, all that stuff, but not.
There's no
Adderall.
other way to describe it than pure motivation. Like sort of a sitting and thinking about a future that where you're like, hey, I can remember taking it in like middle school and being like, I should go out I should play on the football team. Yeah, my life could be better. I could do this and that and this and that. And I'm laying in bed, and then I wake and I'm like, oh, I took too much.
It's just like
way too motivated here.
Let's
bring it.
I got an idea.
Down.
I got an idea. 10 business ideas. Tell me which one.
Why would your motivation be so focused, though? Right? Like I haven't taken it really, but I imagine myself saying like, what if my iTunes playlist had 4 different orders, or like something dumb?
No, you would be like, iTunes has been a waste of my time and energy. That time could have been so much more focused. That could have been about something much more positive. I could have worked harder for this and that and this and that. Where would I be if I'd done this? Let's do this now. Let's start. Starting now. We've started. Like it's pure motivation.
It made me want to clean.
I've heard that before.
What about I took my television apart so fast.
My friend said Vyvanse.
Couldn't figure out how to put it back together.
No.
Do we know anything about Vyvanse? Anyone?
I think Vyvanse, Ritalin, Adderall, they all seem to be the same. Or
they're
similar.
all to treat the same thing, but they're doing it in different ways, I believe.
They're
Adderall
significantly different. I think Adderall is like a cut above the other ones in terms of efficacy. Yeah.
Adderall has always been like the thing I was prescribed in middle school, and because they prescribed it to me then, I can get a prescription whenever I want. And like I take the quick release, not that extended release is
IR.
bullshit.
Yeah.
No, you want fucking let's go mode, like amphetamine salts, that little blue pill. 10 milligrams to somebody who doesn't take this shit is just gonna get you fucking rolling. We had a friend.
Have you ever done modafinil before?
No.
Okay, so that's like the shit that fighter jet pilots use. Cool. And it keeps them. It's actually, if you have sleep apnea, Woody, you can actually get prescribed this modafinil. So the only 3 conditions that can be prescribed modafinil are people with narcolepsy, sleep shift disorder, and or what is it, shift work, whatever the fuck, like if you're a night shift worker, and then if you have sleep apnea.
So I am a bit of a pilot myself.
I can't spell it close enough for Google to figure it out.
Let me
that's how you know you're off.
Oh, okay. Well, we had a bunch of letters in common. Come on, Google.
I got the M.
It also goes by Provigil is like the brand name, but it's like commonly referred to as the limitless pill in real life, you know, like the Bradley Cooper NZT48 thing. So it's really like, as far as things that get you for productivity wise, it's kind of like Adderall and modafinil are kind of like the two top of the top, and they both significantly suppress your appetite and keep you awake and, you know, productive and whatnot. But fighter jet pilots use the modafinil, as well as, you know, like entrepreneurs and stuff like that. And it's pretty easy to get a prescription if you have sleep apnea. So just
You guys ever done cocaine?
no.
No.
Me either.
Hey, dude.
I know at least 2 of us have. For a fact.
Oh, Kyle, you fibber.
Anyway,
Oh.
no, I would be interested to try that stuff, but Adderall has always been like I've told the story a bunch of times, but like I stayed up all night one time in a foreign city, foreign to my city, not another country or anything. Literally all night in this hotel with this young lady, and I had to work all day.
Like a foreign city could be 60 or 70 miles away.
City. It was foreign to my city. Like, it was
Lexington,
Nashville.
Kentucky. The exotic Lexington, Kentucky. And
Not even as
and
far
just
as Nashville.
literally all night long, like zero fucking sleep. And I needed to go to sleep because I'd been up all day the day before, like running around and going to strip clubs and driving for 15 hours or something. And I just took that Adderall and I had fuel to burn for the next 12 hours throughout that day. I didn't get tired. Like I noticed, like on the far end, like after being up for what must have been 36, 40 hours or something like that in go mode, like I was having a hard time with my speech because I had to like do this big ad read that wasn't written down. I was ad-libbing this ad read for explosives, and I'm sitting there and like I would fuck up a word and I'd just be like, fuck, all right, roll it back, and go. And I was just getting there, just angrier and angrier and angrier as the cameraman was just, he's not gonna get it. But so definitely you lose some mental acuity, like on the far end of that stuff, but you never run out of physical energy.
Lines can be tougher than people. I suck at reading lines. I know you said it wasn't written down, but to go forward and do something perfectly like that, everyone thinks they'd be good at it. People think they're good actors, but put a camera on them and they find themselves just not good actors.
Yeah, not everybody can do that.
If you guys want to try this is actually a nootropic formula I designed that's as close as you're going to get as like an over-the-counter thing to replicate what you would otherwise get from like you know, smart drug sort of thing.
I get piss tested every now and then. I probably shouldn't be
do you?
taking anything. Yeah.
Okay. This is like an over-the-counter supplement that's just like I designed it based on nootropic ingredients I found worked when I was in university and whatnot.
So probably wouldn't be an issue. For the,
$44,
Yeah,
you
like
dog. Yeah, I'm gonna get some of this. I'll try it.
let me. Please finish.
Yeah, well, if you guys want to DM me your address after or whatever, I'll just get you out a bottle because I think you'll like it. We have a lot of people who game too that use this stuff to get like locked in while they're playing. And it's kind of like the legal version of what you could otherwise get from like smart drugs. And there's
I'll definitely hit you up with that.
actual ingredients here that are
Totally
actually proven to improve like cognitive health rather than just like deplete the fuck out of like your dopamine system.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
me,
I'll